Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Shri Sadguru Paramatmane Namaha. Sarva Maharshibhyo Namaha. 11th Shloka. Tesham eva anukampartam ahamajnanajam tamaha nashayamyatma bhavasto gnanadipena bhasvata. Substance. Out of compassion for them, I, dwelling in their heart, destroy the darkness born of ignorance by the effulgent light of knowledge. Commentary. The Lord's compassion for his devotees is revealed here. The Lord is pleased with their undivided devotion and wishes to confer an eternal gift on them. The Lord knows that wealth, power, position, and children are not eternal reward. They pass away in time. So, His wishes to bestow on them the everlasting gift of Brahmagnana. We understand from this that no one can reach the state without God's grace, and that God's grace is to be attained by pure and perfect devotion to the Lord. Knowledge derived through Buddhi Yoga is compared to a lamp that dispels darkness as soon as it is lighted. The light of knowledge thus shatters all darkness of ignorance. Nothing else but light can dispel darkness. One may struggle with darkness eternally with all his weapons, and yet it will not go, till by striking a match he brings in light. Such also is ignorance. One may do everything, japa, tapa, pranayama, or karma, and yet ignorance cannot be removed except by the flash of intuitional knowledge of self. All other practices are intended to purify the mind and render it capable of perceiving the truth Brahman. They are means of self purification. Who causes their flash of knowledge? Who confers the Buddhi Yoga? The Lord. Where is He seated? He is seated in the human heart. It is He who kindles the light of knowledge. Without His grace, this cannot happen. And this lamp of knowledge, Gnanadeepa, is luminous. Bhasvata. It is self-luminous. It is luminous by itself. Its effect is immediate. The darkness of ignorance, which is enveloping man for ages and ages, is shattered at one strike, once and for all. No more does he wander in the wilderness of samsara. No more does he think of quenching his thirst in the waters of a mirage. He now knows that the sharp distinction between the real and the unreal. He is now a Jivan Mukta, the bound soul who was thinking of himself as a body subject to birth and death and all the thousand shocks of earthly existence, now realizes in the flash that he is the immaculate and perfect Atma. He will realize that all those former thoughts of himself as a mortal, man and woman, weak and strong, happy and unhappy, lucky and unlucky, were mere superstitious hallucinations and delusions. He will realize that at no time was he bound, that he is free at all times, but imagined himself to be bound and enslaved by ignorance, avidya. He regains his freedom, which in his birthright, which he thought he had lost, but which he never really lost. This knowledge comes to the devotee by the grace of the Lord. I destroy the darkness born of ignorance is the exhortation of the Lord. The Lord has They declared that Maya is difficult to cross, but those who take a refuge in him cross over this Maya, which is divine and composed of qualities. As this is Lord's promise, the aspirants leave the duty to put faith in him and worship him with all their heart and soul. Then they will receive Brahmagnana as the highest reward of their devotion. It comes at the proper time when the aspirant is ripe enough to receive it. So no one needs to be disheartened that he has not yet received the light. Let him carry out the command of the Lord and wait with absolute trust and faith in him. Divine will. Question. When does man attain moksha? Answer. When the darkness born of ignorance is removed. Question. How is it removed? Answer. By the light of knowledge. Question. How is the knowledge light obtained? Answer. It is the gift of God. Question. To whom? Answer. To the one who receives God's compassion. Question. On whom does his compassion descend? Answer. On him who worships him with love and faith. Question. How does the Lord know the heart of the devotee? Answer. Because the Lord is present in the hearts of all. Question. Where from delusion arise? Answer. From ignorance. Avidya. Question. What is knowledge? Answer. It is luminous, destroys ignorance, and lights the path to liberation. Arjuna adores the Lord and prays to him to reveal his manifold glory. Arjuna Uvacha, 12th Shloka. Param Brahma Param Dhamma Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Parusham Shashwatam Divyam Adidevamajam Vibhum. 13th Shloka. Ahustvam Mrushayah Sarve Devarshirnaradatha Asito Devalo Vyasaha Swayam Chaiva Pravishime. Substance. Arjuna said, Thou art the supreme Brahman, the supreme abode, the supreme purifier, eternal divine Purusha, primeval God, unborn and omnipresent. Thus have all the rishis acclaimed thee. So also Devarshi Narada, Asita, Devala, and Vyasa, and now thou thyself sayest the same to me. Commentary. When the Lord spoke of his compassion for the devotees and how he confers knowledge on them who worship him with love and faith, Arjuna was lifted up by a mighty upsurge of a devotional fervor. His adoration for the Lord reaches the peak point. His love and worship attain the highest state. His joy knows no bounds. From that fullness of heart proceeds Arjuna's ecstatic adoration as revealed in these two verses. Such devotion to the Guru is needed to receive enlightenment. The blossoming of the heart through devotion makes the disciple fit to understand the truth propounded by the Master. Question. What is the nature of Krishna Paramatma? Answer. He is Supreme Brahman, Supreme Abode, Purifier, Primeval God, Eternal and Divine Purusha, Unborn and Omnipresent. Question. Who spoke of the Lord thus? Answer. The seven rishis, Devarshi Narada, Asita, Devala, and Vyasa. The Lord himself has declared the same truth to Arjuna. 14th Shloka. Sarvametadrutam manye enmam vadasi keshava nahi te bhagavan vyaktim vidurdeva. Substance. O Lord Krishna, all that thou sayest to me I think to be the truth, the true personality. Neither the Devas nor the Danavas, Asuras know indeed. Commentary. Arjuna's faith in the Lord's declaration is revealed here. Such faith is experienced of the disciple towards his master. This very faith, simple and childlike, and utter confidence in the Guru's words, draws the compassion of the master towards the humble disciple.